Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Learn and Talk English podcast. I'm Maria, and today we're going to dive deeper than ever before into everyday English phrases. We're not just listing phrases, we'll explore how each expression is used in various contexts with plenty of relatable examples and practical tips. By the end, you'll be fully prepared to use these phrases confidently and naturally. Ready, Jack?
Absolutely, Maria. Let's jump right in with the first phrase. What's up? This phrase is informal and friendly. It's commonly used among friends or colleagues when greeting each other casually. Picture yourself meeting your friend at a cafe. You might say, "Hey, what's up?" Your friend could reply, "Not much, just relaxing. What about you?" It's an easygoing way to initiate conversation. But remember, avoid using this in formal situations like meetings or official communications. Moving on to the second phrase, long time no see. This expression is ideal when seeing someone after a significant time apart. Imagine bumping into an old college friend at the supermarket. You'd enthusiastically say, "Hey, long time no see, how have you been?" They might respond, "Wow, it's been forever, I'm great. You?" It's warm, inviting, and helps easily reconnect with someone without any awkwardness. Our third phrase today is, I'm beat. Use this phrase to express that you're extremely tired. Suppose you've had an exceptionally busy day at work or an intense workout. If someone asks how you're feeling, you might respond, "Honestly, I'm beat. I can't wait to rest." This conveys exhaustion in a relaxed and informal way, perfect among friends or close coworkers. It sets clear expectations about your energy level, without sounding too serious. Next up, we have, it's a piece of cake. This phrase means something is very easy or effortless. Imagine someone asking you about a task you found easy, like a presentation or a test. You'd casually reply, "It was a piece of cake." Alternatively, if someone is worried about trying something new, you can reassure them, saying, "Trust me, it's a piece of cake. I'll show you how." This expression is supportive and comforting, commonly used to encourage others. The fifth phrase, let's call it a night, indicates it's time to stop whatever you're doing, usually because it's getting late. If you're working late or hanging out with friends, you might suggest, "All right, let's call it a night." It's gentle, friendly, and indicates everyone is probably tired and ready for rest. This expression is widely understood and appropriate in various casual scenarios.
Thanks, Jack. Let's continue with the next 5 phrases. Number 6 is I'm running late. It's a polite way to let someone know you'll arrive later than planned. If you're meeting someone at a certain time but realize you're behind schedule, you might send a quick message saying, "I'm running late. Sorry, I'll be there soon." This phrase is helpful both personally and professionally, showing consideration by keeping others informed. The 7th phrase, hold on a second, politely requests someone to wait briefly. Imagine you're on the phone and you need to quickly find information. You might say, "Hold on a second while I check." It's quick and practical, helping maintain smooth conversations without appearing rude or dismissive. Next, it slipped my mind, softly admits you've forgotten something. Suppose your friend reminds you about sending an important email. You can respond with, "Oh, I'm sorry, it completely slipped my mind. I'll do it right now." This phrase makes forgetting something sound more like a minor oversight rather than carelessness, ideal in casual and professional settings alike. Our 9th phrase, I'm all ears, is a friendly way to show you're attentive and eager to listen. Imagine your friend has exciting news or an interesting story. You'd say, "Great, I'm all ears, tell me everything." It shows enthusiasm and genuine interest, building stronger relationships through active listening. Finally, it's on me is used when you're offering to pay for something, typically in social situations. Suppose you're having lunch with a friend, and when the bill arrives, you say warmly, "Don't worry, it's on me today." It's generous, friendly, and creates a sense of goodwill. Use this phrase in casual professional settings as well, like when treating a colleague to coffee.
Let's continue with more useful phrases. Break a leg is often used to wish someone good luck, particularly before a performance or important event. If your friend is about to perform on stage, you'd say, "Break a leg" to encourage them. Next, we have no worries, which is used to reassure someone that something isn't a problem. If someone apologizes for a minor mistake, you can reply, "No worries, it's totally fine." Can't complain expresses contentment or satisfaction. When asked how you're doing, responding with "can't complain" means things are going well enough that you don't have major issues to discuss. Keep me posted means asking someone to update you on a situation. For instance, if your friend is awaiting important news, you'd say, "Keep me posted about how things go." Hang in there is a supportive phrase used to encourage someone to remain strong during difficult times. If your friend is stressed, you'd kindly say, "Hang in there, things will improve soon." Another useful phrase is "my bad," which is a casual way of admitting a mistake or minor error. For example, if you accidentally bump into someone, you could say, "Oops, my bad." "Sounds good" is a phrase used to agree with someone's suggestion. If someone invites you to dinner, you might say, "Sounds good, let's do it." Next, let's hit the hay means it's time to go to bed. After a long evening, you could tell your roommate, "I'm exhausted, let's hit the hay." "I'm feeling under the weather" politely expresses that you're not feeling well. If someone asks if you want to go out, but you're sick, you'd say, "Sorry, I'm feeling under the weather today." "I'm swamped" indicates that you're very busy or overwhelmed with tasks. If asked for help during a busy period, you could respond, "I'm swamped right now, can we do it later?" Finally, "let's wrap it up" signals it's time to finish something, often a meeting or discussion. Near the end of a session, you might say, "Okay, everyone, let's wrap it up for today."
Excellent additions, Jack. Let me continue with 5 more useful phrases. My bad is a casual way to admit a minor mistake. If you accidentally interrupt someone, you'd quickly say, "Oops, my bad, go ahead." It's informal, friendly, and widely accepted among friends and casual settings. Sounds good is used to agree or approve someone's suggestion. If your friend proposes meeting for dinner, you'd respond, "Sounds good, let's meet at 7." It's friendly, simple, and indicates clear agreement. "Let's hit the hay" means it's time to sleep. After a tiring evening, you'd tell your roommate, "I'm exhausted, let's hit the hay." It's casual, comfortable, and clearly conveys readiness to rest. "I'm feeling under the weather" expresses not feeling well or mildly sick. If invited to an outing but you're unwell, you'd politely decline by saying, "Thanks, but I'm feeling under the weather today." It's polite, gentle, and clearly communicates discomfort without too much detail. "I'm swamped" indicates being extremely busy or overwhelmed with tasks. When a coworker requests immediate help but you're already overloaded, you'd say, "I'm swamped. Right now, could we do it later?" It communicates clearly without sounding dismissive.
Thanks, Maria. Let me give another set of examples for clarity. For "my bad," imagine you mistakenly take someone's pen. Upon realizing it, you'd return it promptly, saying, "My bad, I thought it was mine." It shows accountability and friendliness. "Sounds good" can be used at work, too. When a manager suggests starting a project next week, you'd affirm, "Sounds good, I'll prepare everything needed." It's professional yet casual enough for daily use. "Let's hit the hay" might come after a social gathering. As friends start leaving, you'd say, "All right, let's hit the hay, see you tomorrow." It's comfortable and practical. "I'm feeling under the weather" could be used at work to inform colleagues, "I won't join the meeting today, I'm feeling under the weather." It politely communicates your inability without extensive explanation. Finally, "I'm swamped" is helpful in managing expectations. When your boss requests immediate action, you could respectfully say, "I'm swamped right now. Can this wait until tomorrow?" It communicates workload transparently and professionally.
Now you are about to listen to 2 esteemed experts in English linguistics who will take you on an even deeper exploration of these phrases. They will not only provide additional insights into their meanings and nuances, but will also shed light on the specific context in which these expressions are most appropriately used. Understanding language is more than just memorizing words and phrases. It's about knowing when, where, and how to use them effectively. Some of these phrases, while common in casual conversation, may not always be suitable for every situation. Our experts will discuss circumstances where using certain expressions could be perceived as impolite, inappropriate, or even confusing, depending on factors such as formality, cultural context, and the relationship between speakers. We strongly encourage you to listen attentively to this segment, as it will equip you with a deeper understanding of natural English communication. Stay with us until the very end, as this discussion will provide valuable tips that will help refine your language skills and enhance your confidence in real-life conversations. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, so you never miss an episode filled with practical language insights. Stay tuned, as there's much more to come in our next segment.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Learn and Talk English. Ready to maybe make your everyday conversations just a little smoother, a little more confident?
Absolutely. Today, we are going to explore some common English phrases that can really help you sound like a native speaker.
Okay, so think about this. You're at a friend's play, and they're about to go on stage. What's a fun way to wish them luck in English?
Well, instead of just saying good luck, you could say break a leg. It sounds strange, I know, but it's a very common way to wish someone well, especially in the world of theater and performance.
Yeah, I can imagine your friend is super nervous before their big audition, and you could say, don't worry, just go out there and break a leg. It's like a little inside joke that everyone understands.
Right, and they'd totally know you're not actually wishing for them to break a leg. Now, what if someone apologizes to you for something small, like bumping into you?
Instead of just saying, it's okay, you could try using a phrase like, no worries. It's casual, friendly, and lets them know you're not bothered at all.
Exactly. So picture this. You're at a coffee shop, and a friend accidentally spills their drink on your table. You could say, no worries, it happens. It's a quick way to put them at ease.
Okay, so let's say someone asks you the classic question, how are you? Are you maybe a little tired of saying, I'm fine, or I'm good all the time?
Well, there's a more natural way, more interesting way to respond. Try using can't complain. It suggests that things are okay, not amazing, but not bad either.
I see. So let's say your coworker asks, how's it going? You could reply, can't complain, just another day at the office.
Exactly. It's casual, and it shows you're not, getting into a long explanation. Now, what if you need to stay updated on something?
Okay, let's say your friend is waiting to hear back about a job interview. You want to know the outcome, right?
You could tell them, keep me posted. It's a polite way of saying, let me know what happens.
Got it. Imagine your friend gets the job. Wouldn't you want them to share the good news? Keep me posted, make sure you're in the loop.
Exactly. It shows you're interested and want to be updated. Okay, now think about this. A friend is going through a tough time. Maybe they have exams or a lot of stress at work.
You want to show them your support and encouragement, right? We have a phrase for that.
You could say, hang in there. It means stay strong, don't give up. Things will get better.
I like that. So think about a friend who's feeling overwhelmed with their studies. You could say, hang in there. I know you're working hard, and it'll pay off in the end. It's a little boost of motivation.
Right. It shows you believe in them. Now, everyone makes mistakes, right? What's a quick and casual way to admit to a minor slip-up?
Imagine you accidentally interrupt someone. Instead of a long apology, you can simply say, my bad. It's short for my mistake, and it's perfect for those little oops moments.
Like if you accidentally step on someone's foot, a quick, my bad, shows that you acknowledge the mistake without, dwelling on it.
Okay, what about when a friend suggests grabbing dinner? A super easy way to agree is.
Sounds good. It's simple, positive, and can be used in tons of situations.
I see. Your friend texts, want to try that new Italian place tonight? You could reply, sounds good. What time? Easy peasy.
Now, sometimes you just need a good night's sleep. What's a fun way to say it's bedtime?
You could say, let's hit the hay. It's casual and paints a funny image of literally hitting a pile of hay to sleep.
Yeah. Imagine you're exhausted after a long day. You could say to your family or roommates, I'm beat. Let's hit the hay.
Okay, now let's say you're not feeling well. What's a polite way to express that without being too specific?
You could say, I'm feeling under the weather. It's a common idiom that lets people know you're not at your best without going into details about your symptoms.
I like that one. A colleague invites you to lunch, but you have a headache. You could say, thanks for the invite, but I'm feeling a little under the weather today.
Exactly. It's a good way to decline politely. Now, have you ever been super busy and someone asks for your help? What can you say?
Well, you could tell them I'm swamped. It means you have a lot on your plate and are overwhelmed with work or tasks.
Imagine a coworker asks you to cover their shift when you already have tons of deadlines. You could say, I'm so sorry, but I'm totally swamped this week. It explains your situation clearly.
So today we covered phrases like break a leg, no worries, can't complain, and more.
We encourage you to try using them in your daily conversations. Remember, the key to learning a language is practice.
What were some of the phrases that stood out to you today? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more fun and helpful English lessons. Welcome back to Learn and Talk English. In part 1, we explored some fantastic phrases to help you sound more natural in everyday conversations. Ready for more?
Absolutely. We covered break a leg, no worries, and even how to politely say you're busy with I'm swamped.
Now let's talk about using these phrases in different situations. You see, even though a phrase has a general meaning, the way you use it can change depending on who you're talking to and what you want to say.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like how break a leg is perfect for wishing someone luck before a performance, but you wouldn't say it to someone going for a job interview.
Exactly. The context is important. Let's take no worries. It's great for casual situations with friends or family, but imagine you're at work and your boss asks you about a missed deadline.
Saying no worries might sound a little too casual, right? Like you're not taking it seriously enough.
Exactly. A more formal phrase like, I apologize for the delay, I'm working on it now, would be better in that situation.
So knowing the right level of formality is important. What about can't complain? We said it's a good alternative to I'm fine.
Right, but think about this. If your best friend asks how you are and you're really excited about something, can't complain might not capture that feeling.
Yeah, you'd want to express that excitement. You might say, I'm amazing, I just got some great news, or something like that.
Exactly. Can't complain works best when you're feeling neutral or don't want to go into detail. Now let's talk about keep me posted. It's great for requesting updates, but sometimes it needs a little softening.
I see what you mean. Saying keep me posted to someone who's already busy might sound daunting, like you're putting pressure on them.
Right. Imagine a coworker is working on a complex project. Instead of just saying keep me posted, try something like, if you have a chance, could you keep me updated on how the project is going?
Oh, that sounds much more polite and considerate of their time.
Exactly. And it still gets your message across. So let's look at hang in there. It's a wonderful phrase for support, but it needs to be genuine.
You mean you shouldn't just throw it out there without really meaning it?
Exactly. Imagine a friend is going through a really hard time, like a loss in the family. Just saying, hang in there, might feel dismissive of their feelings.
Yeah, you'd want to show deeper empathy. You could say, I'm so sorry you're going through this. Please know that I'm here for you if you need anything.
Yes. Offering specific support shows you truly care. What about my bad? It's great for little mistakes, but...
But you wouldn't use it for something serious, right?
Exactly. Imagine you accidentally spill coffee on someone's important documents. A quick my bad isn't enough.
You'd need a sincere apology like, I am so sorry, I'll do everything I can to fix this.
Right. The seriousness of the mistake should match the level of your apology. Sounds good is another one to consider. It works great for casual agreement, but...
Sometimes you want to sound more enthusiastic, right?
Exactly. If someone invites you to an event you're really looking forward to, instead of just saying, sounds good, you could say, I'd love to. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that shows your excitement much better. What about let's hit the hay? It's fun and casual, but...
But you wouldn't use it in a formal setting. Imagine you're at a business dinner. You wouldn't say to your client, well, I'm tired. Let's hit the hay.
Definitely not. Something like, it's been a pleasure. I should probably head home now. Would be much more appropriate.
Now I'm feeling under the weather is a good way to say you're unwell without being too specific, but...
But if you need to take time off work, you'd probably need to give a bit more information, right?
Exactly. You might say, I need to take a sick day. I woke up feeling really unwell. It's important to be clear about needing time off. Finally, I'm swamped is great for expressing you're busy, but it can sound a bit abrupt on its own.
Right. If a friend asks for a favor and you're truly overwhelmed, instead of just saying, I'm swamped, you could say, I'm so sorry, I'm completely swamped right now. Would it be okay if we reschedule? That sounds much nicer, right? You acknowledge their request while explaining your situation.
Now, we've talked about how the context affects how you use these phrases, but there's another important layer, your tone of voice.
Tone of voice. You mean like how you say something can change its meaning?
Absolutely. Think about it. Sounds good can sound enthusiastic or unenthusiastic depending on your tone. Even no worries can sound sincere or sarcastic depending on how you say it.
So it's not just the words themselves, but how you deliver them.
Exactly. Paying attention to your tone helps you communicate more effectively. We've also talked about formality. Using the right level of formality shows you're aware of social cues.
So even though my bad is a great phrase, you wouldn't use it with someone you need to be respectful towards, like a teacher or your boss.
Right. You'd choose a more formal way to apologize. Now let's talk about something else that's crucial for sounding natural. Using these phrases in longer sentences and conversations.
That sounds like a good next step.
Yeah.
We've learned individual phrases, but how do we put them together in real-life conversations?
That's what we'll focus on in part 3. We'll show you how to weave these phrases into natural-sounding conversations, making your English flow smoothly and confidently. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Learn and Talk English. In this final part, we're going to put everything together and practice using our cool new phrases in longer conversations.
Yeah. It's time to take these phrases out of isolation and see how they work in real-life scenarios. Remember, the goal is to sound natural and confident when you speak.
So let's imagine a few situations. What if you're meeting up with a friend you haven't seen in a while? How could you start the conversation?
Well, you could start with a friendly greeting, like, "Hey, it's great to see you. How have you been?"
And your friend might respond with, "Can't complain. Things have been pretty busy, but good. How about you?"
Perfect. You've already used one of our phrases. Now you could continue the conversation by asking, "What have you been up to?" Or, "Anything exciting happening in your life?"
And let's say your friend tells you about a big presentation they have coming up at work.
This is a perfect opportunity to use break a leg. You could say, "Wow, that sounds like a huge deal. Break a leg."
Exactly. It shows you're supportive and adds a touch of humor. Now let's imagine a different scenario. You're at work and you accidentally spill coffee on your colleague's desk.
Oh no, that's definitely a moment for a sincere apology. What could you say?
You could say, "Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I completely spilled my coffee. Let me get you some napkins." And then you could add, "No worries, it happens to the best of us," to try and lighten the mood a bit.
That's a great combination of a sincere apology and a reassuring phrase to put your colleague at ease. It shows you're taking responsibility, but also trying to minimize their stress.
Right. Now let's switch gears. Imagine you're texting a friend to make plans for the weekend.
Okay, you could start by saying, "Hey, any fun plans for this weekend?"
And your friend might reply with, "Not sure yet. What are you thinking?"
This is a great time to suggest something. You could say, "I was thinking of trying that new Italian place. Want to join?"
And if your friend agrees, they could simply reply with, "Sounds good. What time works for you?"
Excellent. See how easily these phrases fit into natural conversation. Now let's say you need an update from a coworker on a project.
Okay, you could start by saying, "Hey, how's that project come along? Just wanted to check in."
And your coworker might respond with, "It's going well, but I'm a bit swamped right now. Can I give you an update tomorrow morning?"
Perfect. They've used swamp to explain their busy situation, and they've also given you a specific time for the update.
Exactly. It's clear and efficient communication. Now imagine you're talking to a friend who's feeling stressed about an upcoming exam.
You could offer encouragement by saying, "I know you're feeling stressed, but I believe in you. You've studied hard, so just hang in there."
That's a great way to combine support with a motivational phrase. It shows you're empathetic but also confident in your friend's abilities.
So as you can see, these phrases can be used in so many different situations. The key is to be mindful of the context, your tone of voice, and the level of formality.
Right. And the more you practice, the more natural and confident you'll become. Don't be afraid to experiment with these phrases in your daily conversations.
Remember, everyone makes mistakes. When learning a language, it's all part of the process.
Exactly. Even native English speakers make mistakes sometimes. What's important is to keep practicing and have fun with it.
We hope you've enjoyed these 3 parts, and we encourage you to keep using these phrases in your daily life. You'll be surprised how quickly they become second nature.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more English learning tips and tricks.
Thanks for joining us on Learn and Talk English. We'll see you next time.